Hello, welcome back to my channel, or just welcome if you're new. My name is Eboni Harris, and I'm a licensed therapist and serial entrepreneur based in Houston, Texas. I giggle because that's not how the intro is supposed to go. Um, Hi, welcome back. This is going to be a little bit different, probably a lot shorter. Um, so, what this is, if you haven't joined us before, if you haven't watched the previous videos before, is just a spot for you to set your goals for the week. Make sure that you're doing what you need to be doing, and then we check back in on Thursday to review what we did. Last week, I did not check back in um, for various reasons. And so I just wanted to kind of like give a quick update on how things went for me last week, as well as my plans for this week. I am doing a lot in the week, and last week was for a Friday, and I host events on the first Friday of the month, as well as being Super Bowl weekend, as well as it being birthday parties and things like that happen that weekend. So it was a very busy weekend. And Thursday, just I did not get a chance to get on. I think I don't even remember. I know I had to do a lot of shopping on Thursday. I think I had to go. I had some meetings. I had lots of things on Thursdays, and I never jumped on and did my update, which I apologize for because I do want to stay consistent with that because again, I do think it helps me, and whoever watches it is helpful to know that like, oh, she comes back and checks back in, and it's an opportunity for you to check in on what you've done throughout the week. So I will go over kind of, how well I did last week, as well as some things that I'm trying to get done this week and some additional rules that I've added to my goals. And I think we kind of talked about this a little bit last time, but I can't remember. So we're going to talk about it a little bit today. So last week I did pretty good. Not as good as the week before, but I think I had again around like 30-ish things that I needed to get done throughout the week. And I actually was able to get done probably 21 of my list. So not as good as the week before, but still a very productive week. And I have to continue to remember that there is progress happening. Some things that I've decided to come up with is one I have today, this week, and upcoming. I decided last week, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this, but I decided last week that it cannot be on the upcoming list for more than 3 weeks because at that point you're not going to do it. So it either needs to come off or it needs to be done that week. Like I need to have it done. So because some of the things on the upcoming list are very much like, oh, I can do that later, or it's not a priority. But the reason why it's on the list is because I do see it as valuable and something that needs to get done for my business. So that is what we're going to do. So 3 weeks is the most. And then also, if something is on this week more than 2 days, then it has to be done the following day on today. So I'm sticking with this like rule of threes. Um, oh, something's going on with the chat, but I'm sticking with this rule of threes just to kind of hold myself accountable. I'm always going to add more stuff to the list. There's always going to be a lot more I need to do. So I want to be a little bit more like prioritize the things that have to get done that day. But then at some point, sometimes I end up just adding things, right, that are easier to do than the other things, and those things keep getting pushed back and back and back. And so, what I want to be mindful of, what needs to be done today, what definitely has to be done today, versus what are things that are easier for me to do, and that's why I'm doing them today, and what are things that I'm avoiding and pushing to the back. Because again, this year for me, my word is discomfort. And that means I am working hard to like push myself past my comfort zone. And that means doing things earlier than I normally would or not avoiding the hard things. So those are the two rules that I'm imposing. It's a 3 week or 3 day rule. And so currently, because I started that rule last week, a lot of my upcoming stuff is just on, this will be week 2 of them being on upcoming. So I do want to move some of those things over and again, or decide if I'm not going to do them. One of them, if things go well with my client, then I should be um, able to do one of them, which is I'm creating a GPT for one of the services I offer. I want to create a GPT where I input all of the information I receive from a client, the output of what I need to create the service or do the work, and have ChatGPT kind of fill in the middle, like because every time I do this service, I'm asking the same questions, I'm using the same information. ChatGPT works as like a personal assistant to do some research for me. And so if that's the case, then I should be able to make a GPT that allows me to just input the information I have from them, input the information I need, or not even that, GPT should already have that information, and have it go through the steps to give me the information I need in order to create the outcome that I want for my client. So that is one of the things, but that has been based on if someone hires me for that service. I have a client who I sent a proposal to or sent a invoice to, and they should be getting back to me this week, which means I should be working on the GPT. If not this week, then next week, which will be week 3 of it being on upcoming. A couple other things that's on upcoming is like updating my website, things like that, which I do need to do and I would like to do, but it's just there are just other things that have become priority. So, like I said, if I don't get it done next week, then I'll just take it off the list because that just means right now it's not the right time to be updating. Um, I'm getting more client work. I'm getting proposals. Last week I did a discovery call, a proposal, 2 proposals, um, and if I'm doing follow ups and things this week, I also have for my event that I held, which is not necessarily a networking event, but it is an opportunity to meet people, talk about things, and talk about what we have going on. And I'm using it as a business write off to like display like the work that I'm doing and talk to people about that. And I actually have 2 leads from that, 2 people that I've known for a while. We were just kind of randomly talking about what's going on with them at work and business and things like that. And actually, one other person referred me to a person that was here. So I'll be following up with them this week. So not going to go through everything I'm doing this week, but I really am trying to, again, get a handle on my current clients because, again, in order to get more clients, I need to have a good handle in managing my current clients. One client I need to be wrapping up. This is, I think we're a week away from what would be the end of her contract. So I need to wrap up my services with that client while also getting back on track with another client who's kind of fallen off, and then updating my third client. And in the works, I have about 4 or 5 clients that are in talks with coming on. So I really need to get my stuff in order, right? Because the more, if I get these new clients, then I'm going to be managing a lot more clients. And typically, and what that means is I probably am going to end up bringing on another growth specialist because my goal was always to not have more than 4 clients at a time per growth specialist. I'm the lead growth specialist, so I've been working with a lot of clients directly, but I would like to bring somebody else on so they can work directly with the clients so that I'm not having to have several clients and manage all of the contractors and all of the work that has to get done for those clients. So um, I see people popping in. I really hate that the chat isn't working because I would love to see what's going on there. But so yeah, so that's what I have to do this week. It's really just kind of like make sure that I am finishing up with my one client and setting myself up so that as I'm getting all of these new inquiries and discovery calls and people that are interested in the services that I offer, that I have someone, which I already have 1 or 2 people in mind that I would bring on, but I have someone in the wings that can help with these clients. And so I need to make sure that I am training them on our standard operating procedures, training them on how we find contractors, and training them on how to make sure they're updating the clients and things like that. So that's what's happening there. So that is with, again, if you're new here, I have 3 different businesses that I work on every single week. And so that is with Operationally, which is a business that helps small businesses with their back end. We do their operations, their systems, and then make sure that their website and their social media is connected to work with those systems. And I'm also working to get corporate clients. So a lot of the work I have to do this week is in LinkedIn, reaching out, communicating with executives and things like that, just to get on their radar so they know that I exist, with the hopes that in like 30 days, I'm able to engage them with some type of a discovery call or things like that. So that's what's going on with that, along with taxes. It's tax season, so I got to get my taxes done for all 3 of my businesses. My personal, my private practice, I need to go through emails. I saw that I had like a new client sign up. I've seen some emails from my bookkeeper, things like that. So I just need to like go through my emails. A lot of stuff happened Friday, and Friday I wasn't really working, so I have to follow up on all of that. So that'll be happening today. As well as I did a talk at Texas Southern University, and so I want to pull the clips from that. The video isn't that great, but I think I could pull some of the audio clips and like maybe have audio with like a picture of me or something like that versus showing the clip, because the clip, the one of the people that worked at TSU set it up and it wasn't that great of a video, but the audio sounds good. And I want to send out a newsletter to my clients about intensives, because I really think that I'm going to stop taking new clients and focus on just doing my intensive workshops, which are like 6-hour therapy intensive, very structured with the model that I use. And then let's see, for my other business, Melanin and Mental Health, which is a business that focuses on reducing stigma of mental health for Black and Latinx communities, while also trying to get more clinicians of color to help those communities. I have to go on and approve the listings. I have to go on and look at our budget, because we're having an event that's coming up. So I need to make a budget for that, as well as a budget for our how we pay ourselves. I need to set up a meeting with my business partner. And then again, more bookkeeping and taxes, because that is the time of year we're in. And then personally, is a lot shorter of a list, which is great, because last week it was a very long list for my personal stuff. So this week is a lot shorter. I plan to work out 3 times. I need to clean up my house, because again, I had an event on Friday and I've been slowly cleaning over the weekend, but I need to like get my house back into normal order. I'm having a Galentine's dinner on Saturday, so I need to plan and shop for that. Do my hair. I'm giving a gift to a friend, so I want to make sure I have that set up, and then do all the little like crafty things I'm doing for Galentine's Day. So that is what I have going on this week. I'm going to set up my board, but I'm not going to stay on and do that. But typically when I'm here, I set up my board, which is what I need to do today, what I need to do this week, and what I do upcoming. I'm going to do that today, but I'm not going to do that online, just because it's the same thing. It's me sitting here just erasing that and starting over and writing everything out. So I don't want this one to be that long. But yeah, so that's what we got going on. If you have any goals that you're trying to make sure you get done this week, and again, you don't have to go through your full list like me. Oh, let me count it up. I like to tell you how many I have, so I can tell you how many I get done. I thought this one was gonna be a lot shorter. I was like, oh, I don't have as much this week as I did last week, but it's still 29 things. It's still 29 things. So Um, but yeah, so that's what I have going on. But a lot of the stuff, again, it's some stuff is like my emails, working out 3 times, things like that that I'm adding into my routine. So it should be simple. But I have 29 things that I have to get done this week, and I will check back in on Thursday. Let me say my goal for Thursday, because this week my week is flipped, which tends to be a much better week for me. What happens is typically I'm off on a Tuesday or I'm off on a Thursday. And what I realize is if I'm off on a Tuesday, I am able to be a lot more productive, because it's at the beginning of the week. Versus if I'm off on a Thursday, then I'm already doing things for the weekend, right? So it makes it a little bit harder for me to be as like productive with the work stuff. So I should be able to get a big chunk of this stuff done today and tomorrow, and then by Thursday, Friday, I don't see clients on Fridays either, but by Thursday, Friday, I should be able to then start focusing on the weekend stuff, which is getting ready for Valentine's Day and things like that. And Valentine's Day, I'm not sure. I need to find out if I'm doing anything for Valentine's Day. That's probably something we need to figure out. But definitely Valentine's Day. I'm planning Valentine's Day. I have not planned Valentine's Day. We will see what happens there. But yeah, so that's it for today. We're going to keep it short and simple. It has been a long weekend. It was a great weekend. It was a busy weekend, but it's been a long weekend. So I just want to just kind of jump in and get productive and do as much stuff as I can. As far as that's what I need to add. Sorry, I just thought of something else I wanted to add to my to-do list, which is I need to do some stuff on LinkedIn. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with my day. I hope you have a great day and a productive day, and you get all your goals done. Again, this isn't even just about being a business owner. It's not just about, even work. It's what do you have that you want to do within your life. So that could be personal, that could be work. I tend to focus on business because I have so many businesses, but what do you want to get done this week? Let me know in the comments, and then we'll check back in on Thursday and see how well we did. Have a great day. I'll talk to you on Thursday. Bye.